Hello and welcome back to episode 42 of Unknown to World Known Club 7. We're back just 7 days after the last episode, and of course it's German Cup final time in our final game as Bayern Munich manager. So as you know, we've played no games since the last episode where we had our unbeaten league season ruined by Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'm definitely not still upset about it. But we're back now. We're going to be playing Werder Bremen in the German Cup final. We, of course, beat them 2-1 recently. And earlier in the season, we beat them 2-0. So we're clear favourites going into the match. Let's go and see if we can win the German Cup for a second year in a row and complete a second double in a row. So, the lineup for the German Cup final, we've got Ketenge in goal, Ditloff, Hoffmann, Bakari, Rau, Trujillo sat in the middle. And then we've got Kolev and Tegan in front of him, Pedri in the number 10, and of course Ocampo and Lambermont up front together. Let's try and end our Bayern Munich career on a high as we play. There's the Werder Bremen team, 4-2-3-1 they're lined up in. And of course Bayern Munich in the 5-2-1-2-ish formation. I think the game counts it as a 4-4-2 diamond. I'm calling it probably fair actually, 4-4-2 narrow diamond. However, early on, Berlinger plays it back to Musquet. He goes out to Trika, who's gone forward to Heaton, who's got a chance to run forward a little bit here. And tries to get a ball into the box, but Kolev heads away. Musquet sends it to Gallardo, who plays it through for Friedel. He goes back to Moller, who sends it across, and Werder Bremen are 1-0 up through Stefan Berlinger with a volley from about 35 yards that Ketenge saw all the way and just never went to try and get to, which was lovely of him. Look at that. Why is he stood this far over the goal? Ketenge poor there because the ball was in the air long enough for him to readjust himself, and instead concedes a goal from 25-30 yards out. And now he's got a free kick, sends it out to Rau on the left-hand side. He goes back to Bakari. Inside to Trujillo. Rau back to Bakari again, who goes long, finds Tegan in behind the defence, and Tegan hits the post, and then it's cleared away. Ditloff does keep it in play, however. He takes it back down the wing, and then gets tackled. A great chance for Tegan, and would you call that embottling a chance? I think I would. And so far, I mean, Werder Bremen have had the better of the first half. Kolev flicks it on, but Moller heads away. Ditloff collects it, and he brings it back into the middle. Ball through for Lambermont, who slides into the keeper and gets it past him. Back on level terms, it's 1-1. And Lambermont dragging us back into the game with the assist from Ditloff. It's a fantastic little run from Ditloff here to bring it inside. And then the ball, Lambermont times his run perfectly. And the keeper just can't quite get off his line quick enough to stop Lambermont from getting to the ball first. Trika now throws it into Heaton. Pedri dispossesses him. Tegan back to Rau. A poor ball inside. Trujillo makes a tackle, but Fidel keeps it. Kolev then tackles, and Gallardo gets it. And Ditloff clears away, but it's picked up by Moller, who sends it back to Berlinger, who shoots for goodness sake, Ketenge. And once again, Berlinger has had a shot from range that Ketenge has done not enough about. He even gets a hand to this one. And in our final game in charge, the goalkeeper who's been very reliable for us is kind of bottling it. Berlinger on the ball now, goes back to Trika and must get exchange the ball a few times. Trika now looking for space, sends it out to the left-hand side. Moller knocks it down to Gallardo, back to Moller, through for Gallardo, and Kitenge actually wants to save that one. All they need to do is get Berlinger to have the shot, and Kitenge doesn't feel like saving his shots. We do manage to head the corner away at the far post, but Heaton is bringing it back down the right, and then Pedro with a fantastic tackle there. But at half-time, it's been a very poor first half, and we're going to need to try and sort this out. Let's have a look. Let's distribute it to the playmaker. We're going to push our defensive line up a bit as well, just to try and force them out of possession a bit more. Gallardo takes it back, Ditloff gets it through to Giro, and Hoffman's kicked him, basically. We're going to go to VAR, even though it was very clearly outside the box. And also, I say this all the time, the referee doesn't check if it's inside the box. The referee checks if he thinks it's a foul. This time he's gone to check if it was inside the box, which VAR can do themselves. And what a surprise, it's no penalty. It's outside the box. We already knew that, ref. And then the free kick leads to nothing anyway. Moller plays it to Gallardo, who's going to run down the right-hand side. Back to Moller. Ball goes in. Hoffman heads away. Rodriguez collects it. Berlinger lumps it forward. Bakari heads away to Campo, who's looking for Lambermont. What a ball in behind. Lambermont, not Ocampo, is determined to make sure we do win this. Well, he's only got us back on level terms. He hasn't put us in the lead yet. But he's determined to try and make sure we at least have a fighting chance. That was a very long pause. But look at this from Ocampo. Lambermont times his run perfectly. In behind the defence. And straight in the top corner. It's 2-2 now. And let's just drop down to positive. Now that we've got the game back on level terms. Muscat goes to Heaton. Tegan nearly gets a foot on the ball but doesn't quite manage to. Back to Muscat, who goes across to Gallardo. Back to Moller. Ditloff didn't follow Gallardo down the left wing. And Gallardo's cut inside and Kitenge makes a good save. And then Trujillo clears away. But again, Werder Bremen are looking like the more dangerous team at the moment. Muscat goes back to the goalkeeper, out to Moller, forward to Gallardo, who goes inside. Tegan nicks the ball brilliantly. He runs forward, back to Ocampo unnecessarily. Tegan now tries to find Lambermont, goes in with a few tackles there, and Ocampo gets the shot away, but it goes just wide. It broke nicely for Ocampo there, and he didn't quite manage to get enough curl on the ball. We're going to send Henrique on because both of those two are knackered. So that was always a planned change. We need to give them rest for each guy. Kolev's going to cut off for Grumman because Kolev's not having a great game today. And now we've got 10 minutes to go. Tegan with the corner. Bakari has headed in at the near post, and that is his 11th goal of the season. And now we find ourselves 3-2 up with just under 10 minutes to go plus added time. But Tegan with the cross to the near post. Bakari heads brilliantly into the top corner. And we are leading for the first time today. We are going to send Senturk on for... In fact, no. We're going to send Fran on for Hoffman. Just because I quite like Fran from our time at Roma. So we'll give him a bit of time in our final game at Bayern Munich with him. Lambermont collects the ball deep, goes back to Kitenge, who plays it to Bakari. Fran sends it out to Tegan, who finds Henrique on the left. Of course, he's playing his final game as well. Grumman goes back to Trujillo. Back to Bakari, who goes forward to Henrique. Ball in behind. Lammermont catches it on the volley, and the keeper with a fantastic save. But now we've got another corner. Pedri's going to send this one in. Eventually. Here we go. Sends it in. It's headed straight back to him by Moller. He gets past his man. Shrugs him off. Goes inside. Plays it across the box, but it's cleared away. And Ditloff does collect it. And then now we've got a throw in from Ditloff. Finds Lammermont, who tries to take on his man. Plays it back to Grumman on the edge. And it basically hit Pedri in the back of the head. And goes into the top corner. That is 4-2. And that is game over. It's a double for Bayern Munich this season. And a fitting end to our time here. Lammermont to the edge. Grumman hits it as hard as he can. Pedri kind of knew what he was doing, but it looked more like a shot that hit him. But we are German Cup champions and Bundesliga champions. Kitenge goes up to shake the hand of the German director. And I'm for some reason handing him the trophy, despite the fact that he's part of the reason we had to work so hard for it. But there we are. Bayern Munich, German Cup champions. We're not going to stay for all the celebrations. We've got work to do. Let's go and do our season review and have a look how this season's gone according to the board. And here we are with the season review for the 2034-35 season. Of course, you can see here the Bundesliga title and the German Cup. The new arrivals, let's have a look what the board have made of them. So Castillo gets a B-, Trujillo gets a C, despite having a very good season for us. Outbound, I'm just looking for any of the big names. Grau, they were very disappointed with, but he wasn't playing for us, so due to the loss that we made on him. I mean, shut up. That's all I have to say there. Soderstrom, they weren't happy with because of the loss again. And that's it in terms of the big transfers, really. Season results, we were expected to win the Bundesliga. We did exactly that. Get a B- despite going one game away from unbeaten. Average home attendance, 70,000. 93%. Bit disappointing from the Bayern Munich fans there then. Champions League, they expected to reach the semi-final. It's a D because we only reached the quarter-final. Final position runner-up. But they understand we did play Inter Milan, who of course knocked us out last year. Out of interest, they did not make it to the final. Bayern Munich are in the final against Manchester City. German Cup, we're expected to win it. We did exactly that. We get a C+ for that. And the Super Cup, they didn't really care about, which is good because we lost it. Moments to remember, we've got the 5-0 against Leipzig. The 5-2 against Dortmund was the match to remember. And goal of the season goes to Raul for this strike against Bochum back in December. This was the one that at the end I said I wasn't happy with the performance and he complained about it. And I maintain it was right to be annoyed because the only reason we won this game was that strike, which it was a fantastic strike. But when it takes a moment like that to win a game against Bochum, it's not good enough. Finance-wise, everything's down except for matchday commercial. So we got less sponsorship money, less broadcast revenue. I'm guessing this is all down to we got the Champions League final last year. We only got to the quarter-final this year. Grumman, Pedri, Lammermont, and Ocampo are the top shirt sales. They were all fair enough. £81 million in shirt sales as well. How you lined up, let's have a look. Kitenge in goal, Ditloff, Bakari, Hoffman, Henrique, Trujillo, Grumman, Tegan, Pedri, Lammermont and Ocampo. Yeah, that's all fair enough. The only one possibly would be Kolev in midfield, but that's kind of it could have been any combination of those two in Kolev, really. So, accolade-wise, fans player of the season was Pedri. Young player of the season, Lammermont. Sign of the season goes to Castillo. We've already covered goal of the season. Top scorer, Lammermont with 31 goals. Pedri with 26 assists. That's crazy. Most player of the match awards, Pedri with 8. 7.5 average rating for him. So your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch, and such a feat didn't go unrewarded at our end of year ceremony. And there we are. We have finished our time at Bayern Munich. We're going to go and tell them that we want to win the title again next year, even though I'm not going to be here. We're going to send them to Texas. And out of interest, when does the contract expire? The 30th of June. Known for leading teams to title wins. Well, what can I say? I mean, we've only done it 3 times technically, but sure. Is there any jobs available straight away for us to look at? Chelsea, quite possibly. St Albans. Let's go to St Albans. That'd be a good idea. If you're not aware of what I'm referencing, go check out the other series on the channel. It will be just over here at the end of the episode. St Albans Take to the Skies. You can also click down here to subscribe as well. And down here will be my channel where you can click and go and view all my other series as well. But let's wave goodbye to Bayern Munich. Not retire. Resign. Immediately. And there we are. We end the episode on a cliffhanger. When I come back, where will we be? We might be at Chelsea. We might do a bit of a job swap with someone. Lots of people leaving alongside me, however. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment where you think we're going to end up. Obviously, my main goals are Italy, going to win the Serie A and the Premier League. So those will be the jobs we're most looking for. Subscribe if you are enjoying the series. And thank you very much for watching.